This week on Show Me Your News, an EVO stage showing raises some questions, Brawl and Smash 4's biggest mistakes in the MAILTIME segment, and the F-Zero medley rounds out the 7th week of Smash Blog updates. Masahiro Sakurai, I implore you to... Show me your news! Greetings, Smash fans, and welcome back to Show Me Your News Ultimate, your weekly weekend podcasting source recapping the biggest news in anticipation of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. My name is Peter Spezia, but you may remember me as Youko. Joining me this week, it's Miles Allen, but you may know him as Super.
Fellas, I have some bad news. On Green Hill Zone, Knuckles still appears when his assist trophy is called out. He is not replaced with Alfonso.
No! It's Tony Mattingly, but you may know him as TonyTH.
Boo, Knuckles, boo, Alfonso, yay.
Alfonso, yay. And joining us this week, it's Joel Orndorff, but you may know him as I'm a Beast 78.
I'm the first one out of the vault in Fallout 76 because I'm from West Virginia.
I saw one of those memes recently where it was like the birds, the two, like the little cheap bird, and then like the crow howls over him, right? So it was like, I don't want to set the world, take me home, country.
Yeah, Mothman better not steal my pepperoni rolls. That's all I'm saying.
Well, Joel, welcome to the show. Good to have you. I really appreciate the time because I'm on the road on a portable Mac setup with... I am not in West Virginia, though. I do want to go back home. I'm in a hotel room in Portland, Maine, so we're going to hope that the Wi-Fi gives a good, stable connection and the microphone holds up. And
you don't get attacked by a Stephen King monster.
Yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be great. So hopefully everything works as planned today. For those listening live, or if you're listening after the fact, you can tune in to Show Me Your News Ultimate Live on our Discord server. That's over at showmeyournews.com/Discord. You can chat with us, the host. You can chat with fans, the guests, but also listening in live during recordings and participating in the podcast chat. Joel, what is new? How are things?
Well, I'm still here in West Virginia, like I said. So I am curious about that game. I'm not really the biggest Fallout fan, but I feel like just because of where it's set, I have to. Like when I literally see stuff that I see downtown,
yeah,
I gotta check that out.
I mean, it was with me and Detroit Become Human. When you see things near your home, yeah, you gotta kind of give it a shot.
Yeah, I'm still playing games, still enjoying game music. I bring up game music because that's actually my first interaction with Youko ever. Had to do with the Super Smash Bros. Brawl soundtrack. Trying to find that so that I could download it. He was the one who had it.
That sounds like me. That sounds like me. I have to assume because it's been years and years and years.
Yes, back in the, Smash boards. It was on Smash boards. That's what it was.
Damn. Well, I'm glad I could give you that hook up there. But it has been a long time since Show Me Your News and all that, back in 2007, 2008. Any games you've played since then that are kind of your favorites?
Well, there's been a ton of them.
Well, make them good.
A lot of them, really. The fact that Metroid is back and that it's coming back even more, I'm so happy. So
me too, man. Me too.
I was like, why did Nintendo have to shut this thing down? And then they ended up doing their own remake. So
and it wasn't as good.
It wasn't.
Me and Super had a big talk about that.
But
it's still very good.
I still enjoyed it. Yeah, I still really enjoyed it. And unfortunately, I streamed some of the game because I do have a 3DS capture card. The thing finally died on me.
Oh, so no.
I didn't get to finish doing that, but I still finished playing it. It's very good game. Would recommend. So happy Metroid's back. Maybe
love the added lore.
Maybe F-Zero. Maybe. Something we're going to be talking about today.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty relevant soon.
Yeah. And but there's so many games. It's hard to focus and say, oh, this one's good, this one's good. Last year was amazing, of course.
Of course.
But all these people here know all those great games from last year. So I want to talk a little bit about what I played this year. So start off the year, still playing Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Wow, nice.
I mean, it's just dumping hours into that game.
You're going to get the DLC soon?
Oh, yeah.
I bought Xenoblade Chronicles 2 for my fiance, and she's going to be starting it real soon because we just beat Mario Odyssey together. So I was really hoping to get into it, and I saw the DLC, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. It's perfect.
It is weird that it's like a prequel. It is weird that it's kind of a prequel to the story. But they kind of go through it in the main
though,
story.
Right?
Yes. I think technically, though I think it's its own thing. I actually don't really know. I just know that they're selling it physically separately. So that must mean that you don't have to have the first game in order to play it.
Okay.
I mean, we could talk about Xenoblade all day, I'm sure. But Monster Hunter World.
Oh,
Big Monster Hunter fan.
Okay.
I see the PC version, and I'm like, oh my god. Could you please let me carry my save over? No.
They
so I'm trying to resist buying that because it looks even better on the PC, of course. And then God of War.
Yeah, that's my game of the year so far.
Different than the old games. Like, I was surprised. And it's really good. I would say right now, like, it's probably my like top candidate for game of the year right now. I mean, there's still a lot of good games coming out later. Of course,
Red Dead's gonna fuck everything up.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I hope that they don't. I heard that they might do like some loot box kind of stuff in Red Dead.
Oh no!
So, yeah.
Yeah, you did try to sneak that in there, Super, but I don't know if we ever gave it its full due on the show. Congratulations on being an engaged man.
Oh, yes. I threw it in there sneakily. I didn't even notice the ring at first.
Happened a couple weeks ago, so I don't know how it didn't sneak in on the show, but again, congrats, and hopefully that goes great for you. Wishing you the best.
Oh, thank you.
Joel, you did mention your Twitch account streaming capture card or not for 3DS. How's that going? Yeah.
So yeah, I've been playing a lot more Switch. So to continue, Kirby Star Allies. I like how they keep just releasing characters for that. I'm enjoying that. Believe it or not, the game that kind of plays itself, Pokemon Quest. I've actually poured like 100 hours into that game.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I ended up buying a few things. It's like if you pour that much time into one of those kind of games, sure, why not? Like essentially you paid for the time.
Yeah.
Octopath Traveler is eating my life right now.
I really want to try that for sure.
I kind of love this game. And if anybody does happen to come over and watch me play it on Twitch, that's all I've been playing on Switch for like the past couple weeks since it came out. And the thing is, it's a kind of game that plays so well on a portable console.
Yeah.
It is perfect for the Switch. I don't know if there has been an RPG yet that's as perfect as it is for the Switch.
I would figure most old school JRPGs probably would, just for the nature of traveling and random battles and whatnot.
Oh yeah, I mean, you put some Dragon Quest on there, you put some Secret of the Mana on there, you put, I mean,
Secret of the Mana.
If they ever do something else with Chrono Trigger, put it on there. I mean, it's kind of a mix of like all that stuff and Shin Megami Tensei, and like it's like all these things mishmashed together with this interesting looking art style, and it works. It works really well.
That's really great to hear. Very interesting. But everyone's here for Smash Brothers news. Let's start with quick hits here. Nintendo Versus mentioned on their Twitter account. We think with Evo coming up, it's going to be that the 4th, the big Sunday is the 5th of August. With Melee is going to be on there, even though Wii U just edged it out by a few participants as far as participation goes. Nintendo Versus mentions that in addition to an early demo at the Nintendo booth, the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate game will also hit the EVO 2018 stage with exciting exhibition matches featuring some notable fighting game personalities. Don't miss out on the action kicking off Friday, August 3rd at 6 p.m. Pacific time. That's 9 p.m. Eastern. So it does bring fuel to the fire of wondering if there is going to be any sort of announcement happening following these.
I'll be at work.
Oh, no.
That's upsetting.
Now, with the prime ribs rumor, people think Old Man, Heihachi, that we'll have more to say about that soon, but just kind of wanted to, put it out there. Like, let's, pay attention around that time. But do we think anything's going to come from this?
I want to say no. Like, what?
Goku.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yes. Look, Dragon Ball FighterZ has the most entrants at EVO this year. And it has the most Gokus per capita.
It sure does.
Than any other game on the roster.
Yeah, how do you get everybody to focus on Smash? You take Goku and you put him in Smash.
You take the Goku, put him in Smash, and give him 5 echoes. And they're all still Goku.
I know, it works really well, actually.
There are about 20 reasons why that won't happen, but we'll bite and say Goku.
We're gonna
I'll mark out
Goku. He's an old man.
Goku is an old man. He's been in a time chamber a bunch of times. I don't see them announcing anything off the Nintendo Direct E3 stage. I don't think they've really done that besides Cranky Kong that one time.
Oh yeah, jeez.
That wasn't even. That's a bad example. But
I'm Reggie. I wear the Metroid pin, and here's Cranky Kong.
It was so fucking weird.
I mean, I think what's probably more exciting is the fact the game's going to be there, so there's going to be even more professional players giving their feedback to all the people when they're playing the demo.
Yeah, just more footage and more feedback is good.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough, they have not outstretched their hands to any notable fighting game personalities that we know of. People like Axe or Zero, any of those people have not yet been reached out.
Those are Mega Man characters.
I didn't say Axel. You
said X.
Oh, Axe.
Yeah.
As in the weapon.
Okay.
They have not been notified yet. So when they go fighting game personalities, we might be seeing Street Fighter players more than Smash.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or are they gonna pull Yipes in? Even though
Justin Wong maybe.
And have him commentate an exhibition.
Justin Wong plays Ryu and they'll showcase, and now Ryu has parrying.
Yeah, there you go. So I wouldn't get your hopes way up, but it's something to consider, something to watch if you're bored on a Friday night there.
They'll announce Ryu, I'm sure of it.
Oh my gosh, and I'll see him in some matches. Wow. But yes, as we're coming up on the end of July, it does also signal the end of the prime ribs rumor if there is no King or Ponytail announcement to go with it. Not a surprise, but just to kind of keep a mark on that moment in Smash Bros. Ultimate history.
I liked that moment.
It was a fun little thing to throw our heads around, but there's some steam picking up about an August Nintendo Direct rumor, and it does involve Super Smash Brothers. So I'm going to pull from the Marlin Gaming Nation YouTube videos, which is where I first came across it. I don't know how I found the link. Maybe it was just in those related videos, and
I've never
click
heard of
around.
Marlin Gaming Nation, so this is news to me.
Yeah, so I don't put too much stock in it, but it's just another worth the discussion kind of thing. Aside from talking about things like Paper Mario, the 1,000-Year Door 3D, for more 3DS games that we really need, this would be assuming for a Thursday, August 2nd, better than a Sunday, July 22nd thing, because it's saying, and WarioWare Gold is out tomorrow, as another headline here. Some other headlines include Yoshi's Flip Side being announced as the title for the Yoshi game. It's better than Yoshi's Flippin' World.
Yoshi's Flip Flops.
Yeah. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC, saying for new characters of Pauline and Kirby. On top of all that, the news that this rumor supposedly states about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Sakurai shows up on camera to talk to us about the game. He specifies that he'll specifically be talking about modes. Classic mode is back. It's back to how it originally worked in 64, Melee, and Brawl. However, it does have the intensity meter. All-Star mode is the same, and Sakurai mentions how exciting it will be to fight all 65 fighters from Smash history. Break the Targets has returned, and it will have a different stage for every fighter. Sakurai mentions how this is an incredibly difficult feat, so he hopes you will try them all. Sakurai then transitions into the new multiplayer modes. Smash Run from Smash Bros. 3DS is back. This time, the map is a lot larger, and you can encounter your opponents on it. You can play with up to 8 other people at once online.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Sakurai mentions that this can get pretty hectic. Sakurai also brings up For Fun and For Glory returning from 3DS and Wii U. To wrap things up, Sakurai shows a teaser for an upcoming story mode. He doesn't show much besides an opening cutscene. Sakurai tells the viewers to keep posted for more news in the future and to check the Smash Bros. Blog on the website. Would we be okay with this?
Would we be okay with this? Of course we would.
Okay. That's everything we want.
Yeah.
That means this rumor is fake.
Yep. You got it.
I don't know. Goku's not there. I want that.
No, that's the opening cutscene.
Also, it'd be weird to me if he just like talked about it. I guess there's no character reveal. They're really good about when there's a character reveal, like here's something, and then it's just like the Splatoon bit.
Yeah.
That initial like teaser, just like, oh, here's another Splatoon thing, and then it's just like, nah, bro, it's Smash Brothers.
How would you even think it's another Splatoon thing? It's not gonna be another Splatoon. It's Smash.
That would be hype. I want all those single player modes back, but that also sounds like an insane amount of work.
Yeah, no kidding.
We had a long discussion about the All-Star mode.
Yeah, last week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I need more hearts.
There's got to be so many more hearts for All-Star mode, and like everything else sounds like it's going to be in the game, but I just don't really see a direct talking about those kind of things. Especially like after all these other things, here's all these new modes in Smash. It just sounds like they're kind of playing at the same idea that the E3 Nintendo Direct was, which was here's all these other games and here's this focus on Smash.
Yeah.
It's just they hit the replay button.
Well, I mean, let's say that it does come true. Do you think that that's how they'll do Smash these upcoming months coming up to it? Instead of one big Direct focused on it at the end, they'll take chunks out of Directs and just focus on Smash?
Why not? That's the thing people want to see the most anyway.
It's good advertising, but
if this does come true, I don't think there's ever going to be a day I don't play Smash Run online.
Yeah.
I know.
I love Smash Run. It's the only reason why I still play the 3DS Smash is that I'm just like, this is so fun. Look, I'm going to hit a Kremlinger a lot. And then I'm just like, and then I'll be sad because Kremlings don't exist anywhere else. And now I can go beat up Kremlings along with...
Unless King K. Rool is in the game.
Wait, King Kai?
Oh my god!
Who's gonna be the Dragon Ball Z villain that's in Smash Run?
King Kai. He's an echo from day to day.
The weird thing about this, though, is that it doesn't have Smash Brothers at the end of the Direct. Instead, it has Crystal Crisis, which I don't know what that is. Preceded by King of Cards, saying it comes out on November 9th as a timed exclusive for Switch.
Time to do.
Anything on Pokemon? Because I would think Pokemon would be in there somewhere too.
No mention of Pokemon Let's Go. Yeah,
that sounds bizarre.
I don't know. It's worth mentioning because it went so much into like the single player stuff, and it's like, where's but characters?
I mean, if it is true, find that guy and he knows stuff.
Yeah, it points back to a 4chan post that is it's 404 not found.
Especially talking about those modes this far away, maybe. I don't know. I know it's not that long, but like it feels like it would be something that would be revealed like a month before. It
does feel a little early. You're right. I totally agree with that.
There is one other thing in the rumor mill that I read the other day. What's his name? DasVergeben?
Oh, DasVergeben, yeah.
Yeah, that guy. He mentioned offhand that Isabelle will be playable. Most likely as an echo for
Villager. Yeah, it makes sense. I could see that. It goes back to Secretary. It goes back to Prime Ribs.
So wait, if Isabelle's not there being Secretary...
Leave the mayoring of your town to me. Oh boy, I thought he was gonna give up on all that stuff because he didn't want to spoil and make Sakurai feel sad. We'll see about that.
No. Yeah. No.
Go figure. Well, let's get to the crux of the Smash Brothers news this week. It is the Smash blog updates. We start on Sunday, July 22nd, with today's fighter, number 51 through 53, Mii Fighter, Brawler, Swordfighter, Gunner. You can choose from the 3 types of Mii Fighter and select from a set of 3 specials for each type. You can also choose one of 12 voice options. So right off the bat, when we were seeing this initially at E3, we're like, it's customs have to be gone, right? To say that there are 3 predetermined move sets for each of the 3 types makes it more manageable. You're not talking about 81 possible combinations or something like that. With 3 for each moves, and you have all sorts of possible. And Mii fighters were banned, even though you could have just done 1-1-1-1, things like that. But now you have 3 predetermined move sets. Okay, as long as collecting custom moves are gone, I'm okay with that. I think this works.
It was fucking terrible.
I know.
In the other
so many moves.
Never even tried to focus any time into that kind of thing.
Especially when competitive was like, this isn't going to matter.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, then who gives a shit?
So something I did notice is that the Mii fighters do look slightly larger than their Wii U counterparts.
Yeah, they mentioned it during the E3 Direct that it's like we've changed their proportions up a little bit.
Yeah, they're much larger. I'd say they're much more like Captain Falcon. Sure. Actually, I'm going to go more that they're shaped like a Melee Ganondorf.
Yeah. You just look at the comparison between the Gunner and Zero Suit Samus.
Yeah, that's pretty much the easiest way to figure it out.
Holy cow.
They're pretty beefy.
Didn't people have a problem, competitively with the small ones?
The small ones were the only ones that were viable.
Yeah.
In other words, they thick.
They thick, no. I also found it interesting during the E3 Direct when they were saying we're hoping to get them working online, and then people were like, what do they mean by that? It's like, did you really forget that they weren't allowed online because you could make Hitler and other terrible Miis online? So I wonder if they've figured out ways around that.
Did anyone use those characters?
Not often.
I tried to see the Smash 4 competitive scene a little bit, and I really liked them, but they just felt like... did anyone here play Soul Calibur 3?
Yes.
Okay, in Soul Calibur 3, there was a story mode where you made your own custom character, and they had movesets like Great Sword, where it was just like Siegfried, but not as good. Or Siegfried or Nightmare, but just not as good. They weren't as special. And that's what the Mii Gunner, Mii Swordfighter, and Mii Brawler were. It was just Mario, but not as cool. And Link, but not as cool. And Samus, but not as cool.
I agree with that, yeah.
And that's pretty much how they were. And I'm really hoping that they kind of find a way to make them a little bit more pronounced in their own areas. Now, eventually I did end up fighting a pretty good Mii Gunner about a week ago while I was at a tournament, and they are a very interesting character. They're bad. They are very bad, but they're interesting, and I just hope that this change to the Mii fighters is a really good one, because I want them to be good, because they're characters, and I want good characters.
Yeah, it's an interesting idea. It has a lot of flexibility. You get the voice options to kind of fit all of those different possibilities. To have them kind of just cast aside because of the way too many custom options, it kind of sold them short a little bit in the Wii U and 3DS versions.
I hope every voice is just Sakurai doing DDD noises.
I'll never forget the reveal of them, though. That was like the best reveal ever.
That was awesome, yeah.
Got Iwata. Oh, man.
And it was the amiibo reveal, too, wasn't it?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's right.
Man, good times. Cyberlink420 has his stage report on our Discord channel. He says, stage report for Mii Fighters video, Tomodachi Life, Boxing Ring, Coliseum, Find Me, Wrecking Crew. The screenshots, Battlefield, Hyrule Castle, Wrecking Crew, Find Me, Skyworld, Mario Circuit U, and the background is Find Me, which that makes sense. Interesting screenshots from the character page. There's one with the Brawler knocking his head against the Kirby stone with the Breath of the Wild chest. That's pretty funny. But otherwise, I don't think they go enough in depth with this. That is really the big takeaway, is that 3 movesets per fighter, pre-selected, can't deviate, can't mix and match, and thank goodness. I think Sakurai and the team worked too hard on all of that to have that go completely away in this game, I think. So if this is the compromise, I'm fine with that.
Well, everybody is here.
Everybody is here, but not every custom move.
Yeah, which thank God, because honestly, they didn't put enough work into the custom moves.
That's true. There's too much to consider, and
Windy Kong.
Yeah, jeez.
Yeah. Things like that.
The next update on Monday, July 23rd, today's stage, Great Plateau Tower. This is the tower everyone visits first in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. The top part of the tower can be destroyed after taking damage, but will come back eventually. You can spot a certain old man in the background watching over the match. You sure can. Again, it's good to get this out of the way. It's a stage we've seen quite a bit, especially at E3, because it was the predominant new stage there.
Yeah, it's a bummer. I feel like we've seen this one the most.
Yeah.
We even deciphered the Hylian already.
I wonder if someone will eventually mod it so that it's the other king and he's saying "my boy" in the background.
I'm sure some modders will do that. So they have the 2 variations, and it's really the wide that shows the tower fully constructed, and then it gets a little closer and it shows the one platform on top, which if it were just that, it'd be, I think, a pretty good competitive, maybe even a neutral sort of stage. But it
has to be all Luigi's
the damage,
Mansion.
construction. We saw. You're right. It's very Luigi Mansion like. We saw in some of the matches where just the text when the tower is up, it's crazy. Like, you can rack up so much damage. Almost Hyrule Temple from Melee. You're caught in that zone where you're just bouncing all over the place, and it's
the cave of life.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. So, if it were just that second one, I think pretty good competitive stage, but maybe not so much.
It likely is the Hazards Off version.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah, I'll take that.
Always remember that the Hazards Off version exists.
I just never know if it's going to be stupid or not because of the Mega Man stage.
Yeah, I got burned already.
I kind of wish that they had chosen a different location than the Great Plateau Tower. Because it is kind of I get it, but man, the majority of the stage is this dull gray and brown and just indicative of the least visually striking part of Breath of the Wild.
Yeah. The palette does have so many colors, as you see back in the wide view of Hyrule, but the towers, not so much.
Yeah, and there's enough foreground elements that I'm a little worried about how this stage will play competitively, and it might affect the future viability of this stage as a competitive stage, because certain things like Snake's C4 will be hidden by the foreground elements, or other such like small things that mean a lot in a competitive space. Therefore, I do think that this one actually will end up not in rotation.
Interesting.
That's what's off.
Could very well be the case. At least we'll get the very good Breath of the Wild main theme remix on there that we know from the music collection already. It would be nice if they did get a remix of the Hyrule Castle theme from Breath of the Wild, because that's among the better songs on that OST. It'd be even cooler to have that castle in particular be a stage. But, beggars can't be choosers, I suppose. Speaking of excellent songs and the music section on the blog, Tuesday, July 24th, today's music. You can now listen to F-Zero Medley. Takenobu Mitsuyoshi arranged and also sang the song for this version. The medley consists of Deathwind, Firefield, and perhaps more. Let's take a listen to that excerpt. Daytona. Gosh, pretty much what everyone is thinking. I mean, when we talk about composer and the combinations between composers and the game series, I mean, it's one of those dream things that you don't even think of until it's actually done. Takenobu Mitsuyoshi is one of the... He's worked at Sega for a very long time, but he's known most for being the voice of Daytona USA and its theme song. So to have a racing game like that and then be paired with F-Zero and starting out right off with F-Zero and then just these English lyrics and singing, it's like the premier pairing so far.
I have to say that I feel like I say this every week, but this time I have at least something a little more special to say about it. I love these mixing of the different composers with new subjects, but this one especially makes me just kind of think of these guys saw PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale and said, we can do better than that. We can mix our properties a little better. And instead of just like one crashing the other, we're going to mix them together and make something actually better.
Yeah, those were some weird stage combos, weren't they?
Yeah, no, there were some serious ones, and they just didn't really make sense. They just, now it's this. And this is just like a perfect, it's a medley.
So Deathwind and Firefield, I believe, come from the original F-Zero. So these would probably be just songs on the Super Nintendo version. So we're all of the GX songs that we got in Brawl, not in this medley, but oh man, Joel, this pairing, it's dreams come true sort of type stuff.
Yeah, like what I was thinking is when that online does come out, like maybe we're not gonna get a new F-Zero game, but what if we get the Super Nintendo F-Zero game online?
God, I mean, I've heard so many people talk about, like, with NES Classic and SNES Classic, it's like, what would I have to pay just to get those games on Switch? Like, I don't care about having the novelty of, the hardware, but those games on Switch, and you can make them online and you can do all those little adjustments all you want, but man, those titles, portable, let's go.
This was big F-Zero news, like, in the F-Zero community.
Yeah.
Like, people were going crazy about this.
I bet they were.
Yeah.
There's not much to...
Because there's nothing else to talk about.
Also, fuck that rumor earlier that was like, they're going to put Kirby in Mario Kart. I'm like, put fucking Captain Falcon in there. That's his job. He's a racing man.
You've already got, F-Zero tracks in there. You got 200cc. It's perfect.
I know. And replace Alfonso on the fucking Captain Falcon signs on the level. Do it.
Guys, yes, it's more Alfonso jokes. Get used to them.
He's a racing man. Let him do the race.
I know.
When he's off racing, guess who takes over as bounty hunter?
I'm just so stupid when it was like we put Link in, and I'm like, Kirby and Captain Falcon have been in racing games.
Yeah.
But Link, yeah,
sure.
Yeah, what if like Sakurai just says screw it and puts one of his other games in his game, and you can just race with everybody?
All of the Smash Brothers characters are in a playable version of Kirby's Air Ride inside Super Smash Brothers.
Ridley.
Oh my god, his cart would be too big.
Big Zam. Yeah, this is fucking great. That they should just get all the Sega composers because they keep using them.
There are some good ones. Yeah.
I don't know if anyone has pursued this, but the Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games soundtracks are fucking great because it's just all Sega composers doing like Mario mixes and shit.
Yeah. If there's one thing Sega games just don't miss on, it is music.
Yeah, they should use some of. I'm mad they don't use some of those mixes in Smash and other games and stuff. There's a fucking amazing mix of Slider, and then I remember getting Galaxy 2 and they put in a crappier version. I'm like, no, use the Sega version.
But yeah, this was an update where it seems like the music updates leak early somehow. People find the embeds, or they go on the YouTube channel where it's embedded and find it hours early. So I was at a pub trivia thing, and a few hours before the update went live, I see the news on Twitter. Wait, really? And I'm not in a place where I can listen to it, but just seeing the headline way earlier before the update came out, it's just wild. Daytona. Let's go away. Let's go away to the next update. Today's stage, also on July 24th, Princess Peach's Castle, a returning stage from Super Smash Bros. Melee. Watch out for Bonsai Bill to come flying out of nowhere and explode. There are also red, yellow, and green switches you can press to make exclamation point blocks appear. Try hitting them to get items. Yellow blocks used to be blue in Melee.
Yeah.
I wonder why that changed.
Yeah, that is weird, because that's the switches in 64.
So, just as an FYI, the second picture shows a blue switch.
That it does. English translator, what are you doing? Are you making typos again?
Are you colorblind? I'm concerned.
They might be.
He might. Hold on.
Oh no.
Check here.
I've never thought about it until this very moment, but Bonsai Bill is really fucking slow. He's a bullet.
Yeah. Also devastating. Always was slow in Melee. But man, this stage looks gorgeous. They've done so well to update it.
It's not fixed in Great Britain.
Did it always come in at an angle?
Sometimes.
Oh yeah, that was it would come in from the side, but sometimes from an angle. You're right. Who's shooting that? Who's doing that over there? Stop that. We're trying to fight.
Come on, Bayoshi. Stop that.
It's a pretty constant. I'm looking at all the other languages. It's pretty constantly always saying red, yellow, and green. So
that's fucking weird.
Weird. You're right. It is definitely blue.
The second picture is definitely just a blue switch right there.
Jumped over.
They haven't changed that yet.
They jumped over the blue switch and went to yellow.
Jumped over the switch.
This is one of those stages I didn't know I missed until I saw it in this game, and I'm like, fuck yeah.
That's interesting, because I think this is one of the ugliest stages.
Really?
And yeah, no, the brick pattern doesn't look like an HD brick pattern. It looks like just literally flat. The angles of the castle don't look right. The roof shingles actually look like ass. Nothing about this except for maybe the stone spires look anything like an HD remaster. Everything else looks very unfinished outside of the stained glass. One of the things I want to know is if you look far to the left, can you see the Mario Golf Course from the adventure mode in Melee?
Fucking Waluigi's just playing by himself because he wasn't invited.
But when you get the Waluigi DLC, he's replaced with Alfonso.
Wow.
And you can hear the carts buzz by.
Yeah.
Foreground.
Waluigi pinball just kind of plays in the background there.
I love that song.
Yoshi just peeks out from behind and waves, and if you pick Yoshi, it's
Leave it to me.
My favorite fucking part of 64 Yoshi is he looks like shit.
Oh god, he's
so much in Melee.
And then he just jumps off and disappears into nothingness.
Yeah, no, he just jumps into the water and dies.
Take all of my life. Then just falls into the water and drowns.
You did everything. Here's 100 lives that you don't need. That's it.
That's it.
I don't know how I got up here.
Is this the stage that they used in the adventure mode as the second stage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mario be jumping up and then Luigi would jump on his head.
That's it. That's if you do the requirement for the Luigi unlock. You have to like cross the finish line at a certain time. Yeah.
Yeah. The second is 2.
Very funny cutscene.
Wow. Oh, good times.
It'd be fun if they brought more unlocks like that.
Yeah.
That would be nice. Yeah, I definitely would. But that means bringing back adventure mode and things like that.
They fake you out and they see Waluigi jumping out and then he gets like Wario steps on his head.
And as Waluigi is falling. Hallelujah.
There was a time I wanted to smash, but they didn't give me the cash.
The match starts, and at the very top of the castle is just an assist trophy. It's always Waluigi.
Let me smash.
Someone write lyrics to that, and maybe we'll record it. Oh, that's funny. But yeah, blue and yellow. Very, very interesting. 2 more character updates to wrap up the week on July 25th, Christmas. Today's fighter, number 42, R.O.B. He has 2 powerful projectiles, Robo Beam and Gyro, along with a very effective recovery. The 1P color in the North American version of the game is a light gray, and the 2P is red and white, but this is reversed in the Japanese version, as it should be.
That raises questions on online play, but alright.
Yeah. Well, it's just loading different character skins based on that version of the game. It's probably not too difficult. Yeah.
I have no basis for this, but I feel like R.O.B beating the fuck out of Sokupan is like a dumb Sakurai thing that makes him laugh.
Yeah.
Like maybe Sokupan was gonna be the rep initially, and he put R.O.B in instead. I think I might have even heard something about that. He just does that kind of shit in these videos where it's just like a lot of dumb insider knowledge.
Yeah.
It is nice to see that once again. You can grab assist trophies, which is always strange.
That is a thing. I mean, yeah, if you're gonna get the point for beating them, might as well.
However, it's not a T-pose, but when he grabs DK and does his down throw, DK's animation is... animation is too strong of a word.
just freeze frame that right there. Oh my gosh.
He T-poses aggressively. And
aggressively
T-poses.
It's more like eye pose.
Yeah.
Upside down eye pose.
So here's something that only a couple of eagle-eyed viewers might have noticed. But when R.O.B performs his down smash, it is actually a 2D sprite.
Really?
Yes, it's a 2D sprite of him whooshing around. Now, his arms are still in there, but if you look closely, that is indeed just a 2D sprite.
Wow. Yeah, you're right. Huh.
Do you think it's 3D on Flat Zone?
That'd be funny.
That's a crazy detail in Flat Zone. When you move the camera, everyone's 2D.
And Sakurai's just like, it's just one of those things.
It is.
Also awesome that Magicant is there, looking good in that HD. I like it.
True.
I want to go back to the down throw. Like, I can't wait to see that on Ridley.
Ridley's just...
Or Wario's bite. I don't know if anyone's done like a Wario's bite to Donkey Kong, but it's like the funniest fucking thing. Like, that doesn't make sense.
R.O.B just errors when he tries to grab Ridley. Subject too big.
Cyberlink420 has his stage report for R.O.B in the video Port Town Arrow Dive, Magicant, PictoChat, it's undetermined if it's 1 or 2, Balloon Fight, 3D Land, Battlefield. The screenshots: Shadow Moses Island, Port Town Arrow Dive, Battlefield, Gower Plains, Tomodachi Life, and again, that PictoChat. undetermined. The background, he says, is none, which is interesting. Yeah, like what stage accompanies R.O.B? It is. Yeah, is he going to have a stage? You'd think he should, but it is oddly blank back there. What was normally textured for other characters.
Weird.
I never noticed that there was a R.O.B in the background of Port Town Aerodive.
Yeah, I even believe you might have mentioned it when it was first revealed on the original dojo.
Well, what the fuck do I know then?
It's 12 years ago, man.
It's been a long, long time.
But like, there he is.
Mm-hmm.
And look, it looks literally just like they made his model large and put it in the background.
Yeah.
I mean, just look at it. It's literally the same model.
It's pretty exact. If you want to look at the Gower Plane screenshot on the fighter page, there's Wario doing his upside down negative eye pose.
Whoa, Wario.
His big old butt sticking out.
And Flab is not poking.
That's right.
Yeah, that upside down DK
you
looks
can
like
see
something from the TV show.
Yeah.
Donkey Kong Country.
That down smash sprite is very easy to see in that picture.
It sure is. Wow. That's like up close and personal.
And also very poorly resolution. Very funny. It's very fuzzy and anti-aliased.
The chrome skin on the one that's on PictoChat in the screenshot, is that supposed to be like a call out in a way to Chibi Robo?
I thought it was just a call out to the metal box from Melee.
Maybe. He still has the red light on top.
He's extra shiny.
It makes me think Chibi Robo.
You say it's the red light on top, but that red light is actually chrome.
Oh. What? Well, yeah, the light is giving off is red.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the light is giving is red, but the light itself, it is chrome.
For such a simple character, R.O.B sure is expressive. Let's put it that way.
He is the family computer robot. He's still got the on-off switch on the back, which just always makes me laugh.
Metaton?
Yeah. do.
I wonder, do you remember like how mad fucking people were like when he was announced in Brawl?
Metaton?
No. That would be
so
impressive.
Yeah, and everyone was thinking he was going to be like R.O.B 64 from Star Fox 64.
Nah.
I didn't know what the fuck R.O.B was. He was like, before that, he was randomly in Mario Kart DS.
That's right. You're right. Yep.
Yeah.
Like, I don't remember those campaigns at all, like with him in America, like when I was growing up. I remember just playing Mario Brothers. But R.O.B's just a weird little guy. Yeah, it's neat that he's here. It's just kind of like Game & Watch that he's just being kept alive for Smash.
That's true. Yeah, for the I know we had the Obaga on last week and they're doing their podcast Smasterpieces and like, you know, games that are tied to different characters. Like, how's a playing Gyromite gonna work out for them? That's interesting. But let's talk about the real character update this week. Yes, it's Captain Falcon. On July 26th, today's fighter number 11, Captain Falcon, a fighter that possesses both speed and power, but in exchange, he is frequently left open. Being able to successfully land his neutral special, Falcon Punch, can greatly influence the battle in multiplayer matches.
So, his video, number one, shows off his butt quite a lot. He does not suffer the same way Snake does.
That's right.
His animation when transitioning out of Falcon Kick into his Falcon Kick landing animation is incredibly quick and seems to make a slight call out to Subspace Emissary.
Kind of does, yeah.
It is only one arm movement away from being the exact same pose.
Whoa, when he killed all those Pikmin?
Yeah. Like when he killed all those Pikmin, both his arms were splayed out to the sides, and this one one arm's forward, but otherwise that pose is exact.
That's really cool.
Yes, his scarf is also a lot more mobile.
It's the little things.
It's the little things. We also do get to see that Captain Falcon actually does have both of his taunts still in the game. Not like that was a question, but it is nice to see.
Mm-hmm.
For those who don't know, his taunt when facing towards to left is a faster version of Show Me Your Moves.
I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
That's really cool.
Well, there you go. I'm glad you said show me your moves instead of show me your news.
Man, that's always fucks me up. Like to this day.
I'm very surprised that he goes for a dash attack into what looks to be. It honestly looks like a Dacus from Brawl. I know it's not.
Yeah,
but he does a running up smash from a standstill, but since you can input smash any move from a dash, it's just so much easier to do in this game. But he does dash attack, up smash, up B, which is something I have always tried to do, and I have never done. And I'm mad that they go ahead and do this to me. And then even with the bunny hood, they still showcase that Captain Falcon is not fast enough to run on Big Blue.
Nah, he's not the blue hedgehog, man.
He's not the blue hedgehog, man.
How bad do you have to be as that Samus to get hit by a turnaround Falcon Punch?
She got outplayed, man.
Mind games.
The recovery from the roll is so slow. You got to imagine, did a lot of dodging beforehand, and just wow.
My favorite thing with that is, I'd be playing Sonic and Brawl, and someone would be doing either a Falcon Punch or a F Smash, and I would run at them, and I'm like, I'm gonna make it. I'm Sonic, and I would never make it. Just always get destroyed.
So, honestly, the biggest disappointment out of this update is the fact that they have an entire video and we don't see the knee.
I know. I want to see its electricity. I want to see that slow motion hype action behind it.
It's the move. I know Falcon Punch for the most casual is the move, but for anyone who's been a part of this scene for any period of time, come on, man, it's the knee.
Down air is really good too. All his aerials are really good. I fucking love his up aerial too.
Yeah, it's fast. Yeah. Cyberlink 420 stage report. He says for the video, Port Town Aero Dive, Pilot Wings, Big Blue, Arena Ferox, Kalos Pokemon League, screenshots. Boxing Ring, Mario Circuit, Brawl, Arena Ferox, Temple, Port Town Aero Dive, Battlefield, and the background is Port Town Aero Dive. That really seems to be the F-Zero stage they're pushing. Of course, you got to have the showdown with Ganondorf and how they're somewhat different now. The Falcon Punch slowdown is pretty cool. It's just good to see him back. There's not too much different, but it's just good to see good old Cap.
It's his dad from Ganon Knows Best.
Why did I just imagine Captain Falcon dabbing?
So
I could see it.
I don't know if you guys noticed the Blood Falcon color.
Yeah.
If you do notice, that design on the back of his shirt is consistent with Blood Falcon. That is not Captain Falcon's usual vest. That is Blood Falcon's.
Mm-hmm.
Are we saying Echo Fighter deconfirmed?
We are seeing Echo Fighter deconfirmed. However, alternate costume confirmed. This is, like I'm saying, that is a new image. That is not Falcon's number. He is not number 25, as far as I recall, but he is not a Hellhawk. He's the Blue Falcon. He is not the Hellhawk.
Now, there still could be Black Shadow as an Echo.
Yes,
his fucking final smash should be that anime Falcon Punch. Make it the full fuck. I know they're all quick now, but the full fucking cinematic.
Watashi wa Shinanzu!
And then he's smiling while he falls into an explosion.
My favorite is his little friend that's really concerned. He's like, Captain Falcon!
Yeah.
That guy.
Yes,
favorite.
What's his name? I think his name is Rick Wheeler.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Another Wheeler. God damn it, Joey.
Joey Wheeler. So those are the updates this week. Let's get into the mail time questions.
Here's the mail, it never fails. It makes me want to wag my tail. When it comes, I want to wail.
You can ask your mail time questions on our Discord server over at showmeyournews.com/Discord. We have a section just for mail time questions, or you can also ask them on Twitter at showmeyournews. 2 questions this week. First one comes from Timberwolf. What kind of stage would you want to see come with your most anticipated newcomer if they're not from a heavily represented series already? So we've talked plenty about the newcomers and what we want most, but what stage should come with them?
Well, I said Tails last time, I believe, which is unfortunate because the stage I would like to see come with him is Egg Rocket from the Sonic Advance. But
why that one?
Because it's got kind of like the best music and it's one of the coolest stages in the Advance series, bar none.
You know, it's pretty hated just because of how like vertical it is.
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay.
I love that. I love that stage. Iconic.
Yeah.
Just because
I like it too.
You know, you're riding basically a giant rocket to space, and it makes a little bit more sense than just a cutscene from Sonic 2 or anything like that. So,
where they fly the plane into space, where
they
just hangs on in space.
Yeah, and I mean, the difference is at the end of Link Fortress Zone, you know, Tails' plane gets shot down, but when it reappears at the end of Link Fortress, it has a jet engine on the bottom.
That was a cute little detail, honestly.
Yeah. However, if Tails is added, they're going to make a chemical plant zone.
Oh, fucking probably. God damn it.
Yeah.
I'm like, they've ruined chemical plant for me.
And then there'll be a moment that like the entire screen becomes like purple goo, and you gotta survive a little bit.
Man.
But then you turn hazards off and it's fine. So
yeah.
I said Banjo-Kazooie for my most anticipated third party. So if they don't do a moving stage through Gruntilda's castle, I'd say I'd like to see Click Clock Wood and have it go through the seasons. Maybe have it changed based on what season you're playing the game in.
I think it's got to be the top of the tower where the last boss is.
Could be that too. Yeah.
I would prefer Click Clock.
Yeah, I
would prefer something colorful. Yeah, but that man, put that fucking song in there at least. That
the song's got to be in there. Yeah, for sure. Now, Tony, yours is Goku.
Yeah.
What stage for Dragon Ball Z?
Honestly, and beyond that, like even if it wasn't Goku, I think the fucking Tenkaichi tournament setting, it should just be in every fighting game ever if Goku's in it or not, because it's just fucking cool.
Mm-hmm.
Does it have an echo stage where it's just the Cell Games arena?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, why not? When you hold down L2 or R2 or the L and R.
R2? 2?
D2? ZR?
There you go.
You know, it's funny that I didn't think about it, but there's not enough.
Stage, you got to press the Z button.
Ah.
Yeah. I didn't think about it until now, but there's not enough stages with crowds really in Smash.
That's true. It's boxing ring, and that's about it.
Pokemon Stadium, guys?
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Well, kind of. Yes.
I want fully rendered people. I want like the Kirby boxing stage in SNES has better people detail than the fucking boxing stage of Little Mac.
I guess that's true.
The Pokemon Stadium, I believe, has better people in the background.
Better people.
I mean, that's the best way I can put it down.
What do you mean, you people?
What do you mean, you people?
Yeah, it's like in Kirby when you're doing the Smash thing and there's all the dudes in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Is it when you're fighting Day-to-Day? I can't remember.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, when you're fighting Day-to-Day.
Yeah.
At the end of Spring Breeze.
Joel, what is your most anticipated, or if you had to pick any third-party character as your most anticipated, real or not, which character would it be?
I think I'm going to pick this because it would come with great music, and that's what I'm really more concerned about. Simon Belmont for the character, so we'd get some Castlevania music, so Dracula's Castle. Anything that allows us to get Castlevania music in there, I'm down.
Give me some bloody tears.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Every version. That's the same reason I want a Persona character and just for a fucking stage with music.
Yeah, I mean, if it has to be a Nintendo character, I know that Xenoblade Chronicles X is different. It's a different composer. It's an anime composer compared to the other two games, but I still like the music in that game. So if we got a Xenoblade Chronicles X character,
we had a mention in our Discord that just to have a Xenoblade Chronicles X character just so Sawano,
just for the music.
Oh my god, he's the Attack on Titan composer, and you can totally tell in
Kill la Kill and
in Xenoblade Chronicles X you can just totally get Sawano.
Man, I just thought if Gino was in there, I don't even fucking care where the stage would be.
Forest mushrooms.
Mario RPG.
Beware the forest mushrooms. It's gonna be that. Let's be honest.
Let's fight in front of Exor in Bowser's Castle. Fuck it.
Yeah, or Booster's Castle.
Booster's Castle is cool.
Put the maze in an adventure mode. That'd be great.
What do you think would be the most ideal, or the one you'd want to see for Castlevania, though?
Inverted castle.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, again, to me, it doesn't actually matter as much about like what the stage is. If he's in the game, I mean, if he's in the game, we're getting music. So yeah, I guess that's that's the way that I look at it. Is like we all win if he's in the game because the music's amazing, even if you don't like the character.
It's the same thing with Shovel Knight, like with Jake Kaufman's soundtrack for Shovel Knight. Like any one of those songs would be fantastic, even if you just wanted to do the Green Plains. I
mean, if you let him do a remix of a Nintendo property, that would be amazing.
I just thought of a Sonic composer getting their hands on Shovel Knight.
Oh fuck,
that'd be fantastic.
I didn't think about this until this moment because of Final Fantasy's music selection being really weird, but I wonder if anyone's going to get a crack at that.
Or if Nobuo gets a crack at something.
He's got roots in the franchise.
He's going to do Donkey Kong music.
That'd be fucking rad.
I could use some Koji Kondo getting in on some Final Fantasy.
Yeah, for sure. I just want Nobuo with an epic opera score to the DK rap. That'd be life.
Oh, there's definitely going to be a Fire Emblem composer that gets to do one of those crossovers. So
that's probably true. That's a really good question. Thank you for asking, Timberwolf. Missingno87 asks the second and final question here. What do you see as the biggest mistake in Brawl and Smash 4 regarding character choice and movesets?
Sonic Side B. I gotta mention Goku and Sonic Side B in every one of the fucking MAILTIME segments.
And Alfonso not as a playable character.
Yeah.
The biggest mistake was not giving Hover Nozzle to Mario in midair. Down B in midair should have been Hover Nozzle. I still can't believe it's not Hover Nozzle.
Or it should be Cappy now,
Yeah.
I mean...
Could you imagine the hype, like, jumping off of Cappy recoveries?
Oh, man. That would be kind of fun, though.
Get fucking 12 jumps if you know how to do it.
Just thinking of motion control Cappy throws in the middle of the fight. You're just like swinging your controller around.
Oh man.
And
Ganon not using a sword was weird.
That took way too long. I get that Lucario was a pretty big deal in Gen 4, but I've never been the biggest fan of his inclusion, personally. I don't know if I had to pick another one from Gen 4, maybe Infernape. I don't know. Yeah, why wasn't Ridley in Smash sooner?
Yeah, there's a good one. Let's see. The biggest mistake in Smash 4 regarding movesets would probably be Bowser Jr. and everything.
You don't like his moveset?
I think it's very strange.
Oh, yeah, I know 100%.
And it doesn't really flow very well, but at least it's starting to make more sense as Bowser Jr. is being more incorporated into the sports titles, where he's still in the clown car.
It's what Smash does, man.
Yeah. It's what Smash do.
How about giving Bayonetta another action after up B?
Well, that's a glitch.
That is clearly being somehow fixed in this game. Yes.
I still can't believe Dixie's not in it.
Yeah.
Out of most Nintendo characters, I think that's the one where, and I think that goes back to
Forbidden 7. Yeah,
it's weird. I can't think of anyone they've added where I was mad beyond another fucking Fire Emblem character. I think that's fucking Dark Pit's the worst character. That's right.
Oh god, yeah. How did it take so long? Yep.
It should have just been Hades. He should just put Hades in there.
Yeah. Smash always needs more villain characters.
Yeah.
Dark Pit was technically an anti-hero villain.
True. But it was a cop-out. It was a goddamn cop-out.
No, it was a terrible cop-out. That was just terrifyingly bad. I can't think of anything too much more.
Yoshi's recovery's always been bad.
Yeah. But I mean, Yoshi has a really good double jump, so...
Huh.
it's It's the flutter.
He throws the baby, Mario.
That should be a thing where every 8th egg is throwing the baby.
And it does way more damage.
You imagine those like fucking AMSA ledge hogs.
Oh my god.
It's like
stitch pulls,
it's like pulling out the stitch eyes.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking to myself, like, all the different ways you could use Yoshi, and just like, I wish Yoshi's Final Smash was the Power Star that you could get in Yoshi's Island, where you became Super Baby Mario.
Yeah.
That'd be so fun.
So instead of Super Dragon?
Instead of Super Dragon Yoshi? What? Since when? Why has this ever been a thing? How has this ever been a thing?
Wait a second, he glows and he's a dragon. So what you're saying is
that even now, Charizard is the only one who's not a dragon type.
I always got mad. This isn't a move, but I always got mad that Sonic's like intro isn't him jumping off the tornado, especially if like Tails isn't going to be in the game anyway.
And if he is in the game, then the person flying the tornado is
Alfonso. It's just weird. You can tell Sonic was added like for multiple reasons, but like that was always he just like hops on the stage. I'm like, oh,
yeah,
everyone's got these cool intros,
and just whip.
Shoop, I'm here.
Yeah, there are a lot of things that we wish you could do differently, but it's always good to think about those and hope that they get fixed for this game as the ultimate version after all. Mm-hmm. Well, that'll be all that we have to discuss on this week's episode of SMYN Ultimate. Joel, thanks so much for your time. Thank you for joining on short notice. I know things got weird with me traveling and just trying to piece things together and all that, but really appreciate the time. Please plug away. Let people know where to find you online.
On Twitch, it's IMB78, and on Twitter, it's Joel_Patrol.
All right.
Remember when you guys did that football show together?
I miss it sometimes, especially when it comes up. You know.
Yeah, when he was talking about NCAA football the other day, I was just like, man,
yeah,
it does suck that they don't make those games anymore.
Football is going to make the Smash wait a little easier for me.
You know, I think that's a good point for those of us that are fans, both college and pro. It does. You know, sometimes I do think about like, is it something I could do on YouTube? Do I ask Joel? And then it's just like I'd have to hunt for sports highlights and rights usage. It's a nightmare.
It's tough.
But like I do think about it every now and then, and those are good times, good shows, good show for sure.
Watch Urinating Tree. He's really fucking good.
Yeah. Super and Tony, you guys went to water park last week.
We did. We all got burned.
Oh no!
Only the top of my bald head for me.
I'm glad you said bald head, not balls.
No, not there. It was a lot of fun. I found out what the Michigan Adventure fucking song was because it just plays ad nauseum while you wait for the fucking swan boat ride that me and my girlfriend really wanted to do.
Yeah, man.
It's obnoxious.
It doesn't really exist anywhere. It's no longer on like Pandora radio or regular radio or even on TV. But man, the Michigan Adventure theme song, it was all over the place like way back when. And now it just plays in like the stores or small rides, and it's the only thing that plays there. I don't even know how the workers do it, to be honest.
I was like, you have to want to kill yourself.
Yeah, that's insanity. You guys have to YouTube that. If I'm not going to put that at the end of the show here.
It's a whole summer.
Oh no. I want a hippo because some girl couldn't guess my age. She said I was 32, and I'm like, God damn it. But I got a hippo. You can put your finger in his nose, too. That's weird.
And it goes very deep.
It goes very deep. It's weird.
Oh, that is a little unusual. Well,
I named him Tubbo.
I'll be here in Portland, Maine, and playing some more Hyrule Warriors on the Switch in my downtime. So I'll be good there. Thanks so much for tuning in. You can find me on Twitter at PeteSpeakEasy, Supers on Twitter at SoulHarath, Tony on Twitter at TonyTH _GHH. For Joel and Super and Tony, I am Youko. We're out. We'll see you next time. Show me your news.